So this is a longitudinal study of Google Play. This was done, when was the year? September 2017. So you do have to take the information with a grain of salt. Now, I have not been able to find an updated study that covers the same material as this one does. So I'm going to zoom in for anybody who might be watching this on, like, actually reading instead of just listening to me. So there was a large scale monitoring of apps on the Google Play Store. They did 160,000 apps, and they had another data set of 87,223 newly released apps as of the time of the study. They monitored and collected data about the apps for over more than 6 months. The results at the time, so again, I just want to constrain this to, this was done in 2017. At the time, a high number of these apps were not updated over the monitoring interval. Moreover, the apps are controlled by a few developers that dominate the total number of app downloads. We observed that infrequently updated apps significantly impact the median app price. However, a changing app price does not correlate with the download count. Furthermore, we show that apps that attain higher ranks have better stability in top app lists. As in, once you get to the top, you tend to stay at the top. We show that app market analytics can help detect emerging threat vectors and identify search rank fraud and even malware. So, the entire study tracked a bunch of these apps in 2017 and noticed that a lot of them were not getting updated. And when they reached the top, they stayed at the top. And that there was a domination of a few programmers who had their apps at the top spot in terms of app downloads, at least, just simply by that metric. Now, I had to take a sip of coffee there. I think the most interesting thing that I wanted to point to here is the fact that these apps don't get downloaded, or don't get updated, at least in 2017. And my curiosity has stricken me. I don't know if this is something that any of you even pay attention to anymore, because I don't know, it's just not something that people think about very much when they're using their phones. How often do the apps that we have on our phones nowadays get updated? I'm not sure. And I don't know what that's indicative of. I can't access this particular study. There's no way for me to access it without going through their paywall or whatever. And I can't afford that. Yeah. So it's difficult to see what exactly they discovered with the stuff that they tracked. Anyway, that's really it. That's essentially it. I'm curious what it would be like today and what it means if these apps are not getting updated. I have no idea what the consequences of that are, but there you go. That's what it was.